What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to give you my preview and predictions for Wrestlepalooza. Wrestlepalooza is this Saturday, and it's also ironic that also Out Loud is this Saturday as well. But we're strictly talking about Wrestlepalooza today. Now, at the time of recording this video, there's only 5 matches, and now simply, if you go look at Clash of the Castle, we only had a certain amount of matches, but they ended up adding another match. So we always could have that opportunity or idea where they could add another match, but I don't think they will. So I'm going to strictly stick with the 5 matches that we are given, and I'm gonna give you guys my predictions, where I think why I think these people are gonna win these matches, and where I can see these things potentially leading to, and everything like that. But before we get into this video, make sure you super kick that like button, super punch the post notification bell, and speed the subscribe button. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, you guys. So we're trying to get to that 10,000 subscriber mark and the road to monetization as well. But we're getting into the first match that we're going to start off with. We're going to be talking about the Usos versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Now, I do think if you look at the go home math, right, it would favor the Usos just because Jimmy Uso took the pin in that match against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. But there also is an underlying story. Will Jey Uso turn? Will LA Knight turn? Because we know both Jey Uso and LA Knight have been having a little bit of a turmoil lately, and it's kind of one of those things that it could affect the outcome of this match. And I think that's probably what they're going to end up doing. They could have Jey Uso end up turning and aligning with the Vision, but I don't think that's going to happen. I do think instead they are going to have none other than LA Knight turn and align with them, because I just think they're gonna have some way, shape, or form. This match is gonna end up in a wonky finish. They're gonna also want to have LA Knight on the card. They hadn't really been doing anything with him anyways, so why not put him on the card and whatnot. So yeah, but my prediction, I'm gonna say Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are gonna get the win here. I would love to see. I'm glad the Usos are back. Hopefully they give them a run, a legit run. Maybe they will go after the tag titles at some point. But I think Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are gonna get the win here. So that's my prediction. The next match that we're gonna be talking about is to crown the new Women's World Champion. We have Io Sky and Stephanie McCool. Now on paper, you would think Io would probably win this just because she's been the one getting the most time. She's kind of consistently been booked on the shows. She's been there, and she's in some stories potentially with Rhea. Can Rhea finally get a win over Io? The story going on with the rest of the Kabuki Warriors, with her and Asuka. Where will Kairi Sane lie? So there's multiple stories that you have with, you know, Io there, and if you wanted to give the title to Io, you can do Io Rhea at Crown Jewel, because you know that's in Perth, and you know WWE is going to want to have her in some big type of match, and I think that is a big match. If you want me to be honest, you could do that match, and then maybe Asuka comes in. Asuka wants the finish. Io pretty much, still champion, and then maybe it boils into a triple threat feud to close out the year, maybe going into the Royal Rumble or whatever, or what have you. So you could do that, but I'm gonna go with a different prediction. I'm gonna say Stephanie McCool is gonna get the win here. I do think Kabuki Warriors, or at least Asuka's gonna come down here, try to make the save, try to help Io get the win, but I think it might backfire, allowing an opening for Stephanie to pick up the win here. And I think from there you could continue teasing the story. Maybe you do a tag team feud potentially with the Kabuki Warriors versus Io and Rhea. That might be at Perth. You could honestly, if you wanted to do a longer story, you could put the tag titles on the Kabuki Warriors and have both Rhea and Io get the win and take the tag titles from them. I think if they want to do a longer story, there you go. There you have it right there. But my prediction, and your new Women's World Champion, I'm going to go Stephanie McCool. And the next match that we're going to be talking about is Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. I really want Drew McIntyre to win this. I think we're in an era now where we don't necessarily need a long title reign. I don't think we need reigns to last from WrestleMania to WrestleMania or SummerSlam to SummerSlam. We need to kind of get away from that whole moniker of things happening that way. And hopefully they could make a start by doing it here. Because if Cody wins this match against Drew, right? Yeah, he's gonna have matches maybe with the likes of CM Punk and Randy and all that, but we know they're not gonna do those anytime soon. They're not gonna do that until probably like WrestleMania season. So it's like from now up until WrestleMania season, what is there for Cody to do? Because anybody who faces Cody seems as if they're not going to win. They're not going to pose a threat to him or his championship. So why not do something interesting and have Drew McIntyre get the win here? have a decent reign with that championship, and then maybe Cody, if you really want to have Cody in the title picture so desperately, just have him challenge for it in the lead up to WrestleMania. There you go. But I want to see Drew McIntyre win, but I think knowing WWE and how they value both Cody and Drew, it's very different. So I'm gonna say Cody to be on the safe pick here. I'm gonna say Cody's going to get the win here. The next match we're going to be talking about is CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch in a mixed tag match. Now, honestly, this has been a very interesting match. The dynamic between these four competitors have been really really good to see. CM Punk and Seth, we know their history, but AJ Lee being back, I think that is a huge selling point right there. That's a huge moment right there. And having AJ Lee and Becky, we know they're going to be teasing a feud. I think just seeing the go home match, seeing how both Seth and Becky stood tall. Pretty much Becky hit AJ Lee with the manhandle slam and everything like that. That kind of just lets you know that they're going to have AJ Lee and CM Punk get the win here, and then that's going to lead to title shots. Maybe CM Punk gets an opportunity at Crown Jewel, and I think they're going to lead into AJ Lee and Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at Crown Jewel. And honestly, the way they're telling the story, I would not be surprised if AJ Lee could be the potential person to take the Intercontinental Championship from Becky. I don't know what they do with Becky after the fact, but we will see. But this will be a great way to get the title on someone else who can help elevate the prestige of the championship to whoever beats AJ Lee can be a big deal as well. So I think that's kind of the route that they're going to go in now that AJ Lee's back. But we'll see. But my prediction for this match is CM Punk and AJ Lee to get the win over Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I just don't see CM Punk and AJ Lee losing this match. I don't. It would be kind of very shocking if they were to have CM Punk and AJ lose, especially this is AJ Lee's first match back in over a decade. So, yeah, she's definitely winning. But the next match we're going to be talking about here is at the last match on the card, which is going to be John Cena versus Brock Lesnar 1-on-1. Now, we know people are starting to say TKO said John Cena wanted this match when that's not true because John Cena said, I don't necessarily want this match, but if that's what you guys want to do, fine. Now, there is some history here, right? And the last time UC faced was 2014. A lot of things changed since 2014. We know the last time we seen these two fought, Brock won. That was at SummerSlam. Then they had a rematch that ended in a DQ. The last time John Cena got a win over Brock Lesnar was 2012, I believe, at Extreme Rules. So I do think they're going to bring that back up into the story. But who do I have winning this? I do think Brock is going to lose. I think John Cena needs this win to finally get the win over Brock because Brock has been one of his tougher tasks. I would have much rather a different opponent. Don't get me wrong. I would have loved seeing like a potential someone like an AJ Styles, something new like a Donny Mysterio or Gunther, and even an Austin Theory again. If Kevin Owens was healthy, Kevin Owens would have been a good feud. Drew McIntyre would have been a good feud. You got people over in AEW that I would love to see him compete with, like you could do John Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose. That was a little mini feud there. You got Chris Jericho. You got Adam Copeland, aka Edge. That would have been an amazing feud to do because of their history and everything like that. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But I do think this show overall, I think, has potential to be something really, really special. But you guys, comment down below. What do you guys think are your predictions for this show? What do you guys think is going to happen? What is your excitement level for the show as well? Make sure you guys super kick that like button, Superman punch the post notification bell, and speed the subscribe button. Takes 3 seconds out of your day. Do those 3 things for me. Helps in the progression of my channel as well. But with that being said, hope it is a great day, great week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.